Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. How you doing? It's Wednesday. I'm gonna have a dip of one of these Copenhagen packs because they're super cool, man. They're wicked. And these, like, what? Just look at that. Moin, moin. Um, when you wake up in the like, I get up really early in the morning. I was up at 5:30 this morning, right? And so probably around 6:30, I'm gonna want to dip, right? But I've gotten up and brushed my teeth and all that, but sometimes it's just a drag early in the morning, like when you have a dip and you gotta fucking clean your mouth out again after. Well, these are very convenient. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Um, so that was real cool having a little visit from my friend Esther yesterday. That was remarkable. Um, Esther and I go way back, uh, way back to the Union Theater, and Esther was one of the I would say there was about out of a collective of 30 people, because that's how the Union Theater ran. It was a collective, right? All you really had to do to be a member of the Union Theater Collective was show up to meetings. Didn't matter who you were, we'd accept you, and if you chose to, you'd have opportunities to do all aspects of theater, from behind the scenes to acting, and doing tech work, doing lighting, doing directing, playwriting. I did all that with Esther. I did all that. Esther, one of my more locally well-known plays was well, I don't know if people remember it now, but it was a play. It was kind of a short absurdist play I wrote called Day for Non, and and it got performed a couple times. Like it had a couple different what do you call it? It was put on at different times by different people, but Esther was one of the people who helped me really develop that script, and I was really new at directing, and she was a very guiding hand in helping me learn. Her and her partner at the time, Ryan Kerr. And like I was saying, like out of a collective of about 30 people, give or take, uh, there was about, you could count on one hand how many people actually ran the theater, actually did stuff that, got the bills paid and all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, the Union Theater. I've done videos on it before, I think, but I don't know if I've done one recently on it. The Union Theater, uh, that's one of the big reasons I moved to Peterborough, because I'd been here to visit and I'd experienced the Union Theater uh, a couple times. And once I saw a punk rock band called Bazooka Joe there. It was pretty great. And I saw a play there as well. I can't remember which play it was, um, but and then I saw my friend Craig's band, my friend at the time Craig's band, because he was in this great hard rock band in town, um, all original stuff. He really took a Henry Rollins approach to his singing and songwriting. So he was kind of the Henry Rollins in Peterborough. But yeah, it was a crazy place, the Union Theater. It was when it was started by a couple people in the cultural studies department up at Trent University, and it was kind of an experiment to see if it would work. And it was given at the time it was given about a 6 month lifespan, but in reality that lifespan was 6 years, and the amount of stuff that went on there, like every 2 weeks there was like a new play. About 75% of the time it was locally written. Like it was a place like people were moving and shaking in the Union Theater, and you could learn like any aspect of theater um, just by hanging out. I learned how to be a lighting tech. I learned how to do sound. I learned how to run a soup kitchen. I ran a soup kitchen there for a couple of years. Um, I learned how to, and theatrically, I learned how to direct and all that stuff because I was a writer and I wanted, I'd written a couple really short. Uh, I always call my plays absurdist. I don't know how to describe them. They're very they're very uniquely strange. And I have one of them posted in my theatrical works playlist called Insurrection. That was the second play I ever wrote, I think, or maybe the third. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I did instead of university. It didn't cost me a dime, and in fact, I made money off it. But I don't know where it's got me. I learned a lot about the performing arts there. I learned how to I learned how to use my voice there. I learned, uh, the subtlety of movement. Um, you know, the 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 difference that lighting makes. All kinds of stuff. And I ran the soup kitchen there when I first got here. When I first got to town, I was on welfare myself, and but there was a soup kitchen, and the people who were running it wanted a break from it, so I was persuaded to take it over just because of the my political activism at the time, and so I said, yeah, I was totally into it. And so every week, 3 or 4 times a week, um, from I think from 10 until 1. Uh, I can't remember. I think that was it. Was pretty. It wasn't a long time. It was open. It was just like 3 hours or something. Um, I'd make a soup. I'd make up a soup and bring it down and get some bread, and anybody could walk in off the street, and I'd feed them. And I did it all. I didn't get any donations for it or nothing. I just did it straight out of pocket. This is back when you could actually afford to live on welfare. You could still get like a $200 or $300 apartment in Peterborough, and live the life of Riley. Between my busking money, which paid a lot at the time, and the the welfare I was on before I got a job at the Only, I did quite well for myself. You know, it was good. So luckily, I was able to do this soup kitchen. All this time at the union, and I did it for about 2 years, I think, and it got to the point where I was letting homeless folks stay at my apartment with my roommate and I. You know, and that quickly became pretty uncool with my roommate. He was upset by it, so I had to stop it. It was this one woman in particular. I just give her my bedroom, and I'd sleep on the couch. And man, she would trash my bedroom. She'd like eat a birthday cake in my bed, and that she got at the food bank, and just there'd be birthday cake everywhere. So she stayed at my place like about 3 nights, I guess, and then my buddy got mad, and so I told her I couldn't do it anymore, and she like just freaked out on me. And this was in the Only, like it was a very busy night, very busy, like Friday night or something. And she said that I owed her a home and all this stuff like that. And I just couldn't. At that point I just kind of snapped, and I was like, I got to take a break from this kind of work right now. So I did. you know, I think I'd do it again if opportunity arose. Um, but man, at the time, it got pretty intense, and my boundaries weren't as strict as they should have been with people. Like I shouldn't have let people come and stay in my apartment, you know, as much as I'm sure they appreciated it. Um, you know, whatever. Anyhow, that's my ramble for Wednesday, uh, the 24th of March. I hope you're all doing good and well, and yeah, stay free, be well, have a great day.